Hi, folks. Muslims often talk about that their God is the same as the Jewish God, um, because the Muslims say that they believe in one God and that the Jews believe in one God, and that's what they say. Now, it's interesting that the God of the Old Testament is not the God of the Quran. First of all, the God of the Old Testament entered into a special relationship with Israel. He called a people, um, and he made a covenant with them. So if you look at Exodus chapter 19, Exodus 19, verse 3 and 5, we read, And Moses went up unto God, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, Tell the children of Israel, You have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then you shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. So the God of the Old Testament, the true and living God, made a covenant with Israel. Turn to Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy 7, 6 to 8 says, For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. So God chose these people. There was nothing in them that was good. He chose them out of his sovereign grace, and he made a covenant with them. You can read Isaiah 54, 9 to 10, Jeremiah 31:31. Jeremiah 31:31. Jeremiah 31:31. It says, Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Jacob, not according to the covenant that I made with the fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to them and to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they broke, though I was a husband unto them, says the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, says the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So God of the Old Testament made a covenant with the people of Israel. And this covenant was not just for one generation, it was an everlasting covenant. It was an everlasting covenant. Isaiah 45:17. Isaiah 45:17. Isaiah 45:17 says, But Israel shall be saved, and the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So the God of Israel chose a people, made a covenant with them, and the covenant is an everlasting covenant. It's not been revoked. He is the God of the Jewish people. And this God revealed himself, revealed his name in Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 to 16. Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 to 16. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers has sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is this name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. So God gave his name, I am. That's not Allah. And the Old Testament God, the living God, who is the true and living God to the Jew and Christian. But in the Old Testament, God revealed to himself to the people of Israel. He made a covenant with them. It was an everlasting covenant, and he gave his name to these people. But also he revealed himself as a father in Deuteronomy 32:6, in Psalm 103 verse 13, in Hosea chapter 11 verse 1, Hosea chapter 11 verse 3, Hosea chapter 11 verse 4, and Psalm 2 verse 7. But if you read Jeremiah 31:9, Jeremiah 31:9, Jeremiah 31:9, we read, "They shall come with weeping, and with supplication will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel. Ephraim is my firstborn. For I am a father to Israel." Now, in the Quran, it doesn't refer to God as father. God did not come and reveal his name to the Muslims. He did not give an everlasting covenant to the Muslims. And he didn't come down in revelation like he did with the Jewish people. So Allah is a figment of the Muslims' imagination. He's not a true God. He's a false God. The true and living God, Yahweh, came down, chose the people of Israel, gave them a covenant. It was an everlasting covenant, and gave them his real name, and also showed himself to be the father of Israel. All these aspects and teachings about the God of Israel is not the God of Islam. It's a completely different situation, different God. One is the true and living God. The other one is a false God. You as Muslims do not believe that God is a father, and yet I've given you multiple verses from the Old Testament that show you that God is father. And the teaching that I've given you concerning the God of Israel is quite clearly not the God of Islam. The two different gods. One is a false demonic God, i.e. the Muslim one, and one is a true and living God, the biblical God, who is living and true and pure and holy and great. That is the God of Moses, the God of Jacob, the God of Isaac, God of Abraham, the great I am that I am. God bless you.